Hi everybody, this is Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And my project today is a 2-flat box. I did a similar one of these last year at Christmas. It had a gnome on it. It was blue and it was a rectangle. This one's a square and it opens this way. My other one opens sideways. I'm going to link my video below, so if you want to see the other one, you can watch that. Before I go on, during Celebration, which is till the end of February next month, when you join my team, you get the normal $99 for $125 worth of products plus free shipping. But with the Celebration deal, you get 2 more stamp sets. So that's a really good deal. And that's about $40. So you're getting over $150 worth of products for $99 and free shipping, which would be another $15 probably. So, and you don't have to continue. You get the 20% discount for 3 months. And if you decide it's not for you, if you don't want to be a hobby or if you don't want to make it a business, you can just not continue. All right, so I have a link that I'm going to put below that you can join, and my contact information if you have any questions. I did get someone, I think I was away for the weekend, and I came home and I saw it at about 1 o'clock in the morning Sunday night, and I figured, oh good, I'll talk to the person tomorrow morning, and I woke up and it was all gone, so I'm sorry if I missed you. Okay, so this box measures 3 by 3 by 1, and inside we have a Russell Stover Marshmallow Heart. The last one I did was the Caramel Heart, which is smaller than this one, but you could put other treats in here too. But this fits in there perfectly, and there's a Velcro dot closure. Now this is the Highland Heather Grosgrain ribbon. You don't have to have the Velcro closure. You can just tie the ribbon around to close it if you want to. I think I used ribbon to close the other one on the side. All right, so what I used for this is Catch You Later stamp set. We're using the cute monkeys. Sweet Conversations for the 2 hearts on the inside, which I have to move one of them up because the ribbon gets in the way. But that's what I use Sweet Conversations for. I use the Sweetheart dies I use these 2 for the little hearts that the monkeys are holding, and the layering circle dies for the circle. Alrighty. Now we need a Granny Apple Green scalloped circle. Now the scalloped circle is about 2.5. So the smooth circle is probably 2 3/8 that we're going to cut out. We need 2 little hearts out of Highland Heather from the Sweethearts dies. For the DSP, I use the Sweet Talk, and we need 3 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And we need 4 pieces that are 3/4 by 2 3/4. We need 1 piece of Highland Heather cardstock that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. We need some basic white for stamping, and our large piece of Granny Apple Green that is 11 by 6 inches. Okay, so let's start with our piece of Granny Apple Green and our Simply Scored. And this is, we're going to start on the 11-inch side. Okay, and we're going to score at 3, 4, 7, and 8. And we're going to turn it to the 6-inch side, and we're going to score at, 1/2, 1.5, 4.5, and 5.5. Okay. Now I'm just going to fold and burnish. All right. Now, we have 3 3-inch wide sections and 2 1-inch when it's in the landscape. Okay, and then we have a skinny rectangle strip at the top and a skinny rectangle strip at the bottom. And this is what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to get rid of 1, 2, 3 rectangles on each corner. Okay, and then these will be our side flaps, these will be our top flaps. Okay, and these, of course, are going to be our tabs. All right, and you can start with it either way, okay? So just make sure that the skinny rectangles are on the top and the bottom. So let's start on the left-hand side, and we're going to remove these 2 rectangles. So we're going over to the first score line, and we're going to cut up to the second score line, and then just remove all of this. Okay. Go to the other side of this square and little rectangle, cut up to the second score line. We want to get rid of this rectangle that's on the bottom of the square, and then wedge each side of the square. Okay. Alrighty, so this is one of our side flaps. So we're going to leave these 2 rectangles alone. Go to the other side, cut it straight up to the second score line. Go to the other side of the square and rectangle. Cut it straight to the second score line. Get rid of this bottom rectangle, and then wedge each side of the square. Okay, and then we're going to leave, nope, we're going to take away these 2 rectangles. So go to the end and then just cut it straight right up to the tab. Okay, and that's one side. And then we're going to turn it 180, and we're going to do the same exact thing. Start over on the left. Okay, so we're going to start over on the left, and we're going to go over to the first score line and cut to the second score line, and then remove these 2 rectangles. Okay. Going to go to the other side of the square here, cut up 2 score lines. Going to get rid of this piece on the bottom, and then wedge both sides of the square. Okay, now this is the flap we're keeping here. So go to the other side of these 2 rectangles, cut up to the second score line, go to the other side of this square, cut to the second score line again. And we're going to get rid of this bottom rectangle and wedge each side of the square. All right, now we're going to get rid of these 2 rectangles. And that's all the cutting. Now we need to take our corner rounder on the Detail Trio Punch, and we're going to round all 4 corners of the side flaps. And this is what your cardstock should look like after you've scored it, cut it, and rounded these corners here. All right, so now we're going to take our tear and tape, and we're going to put 2 pieces on each tab, one close to the edge and one close to the score line. Now I did get a tip, which is good if it's just your preference. You can sandwich sometimes these tabs in between, well, not on this one, but in between if you have 2 side flaps, but I don't like that because it makes a bump on it. But you can do that. It's just not my preference. All right, now I'm going to take the, let's do this one, the backing off with my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to take the top of this tab here, that score line, and make it even with the side of the bottom. Not this flap at the top, but this bottom here, okay? Same thing, we're going to take the score line here and match it with this and have the flap sticking up. and then we'll do the other side. And I missed my tear and tape on this. Okay, and the same thing, this score line with the side of the rectangle. And the last one. Okay, and that's your box. Alrighty. Okay, now we want to do our DSP. Oops. Alright, so the 3 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, I'm going to use liquid glue. They're going to go on the top, on the inside flap, and on the back of the inside flap. Okay, and you can switch it around too. You don't have to have all 3 the same if you don't want to. Okay, and then the 4 pieces that are 3/4 by 2 3/4 go on all 4 of the sides. Okay, now while that dries, we're going to do some stamping. And first we'll do this is the inside mat, and we're going to do our sentiment from Catch You Later, which is I love hanging around with you. That goes with the monkeys. Cute. I'm just going to put this a little bit towards the top. And you could just leave this blank for a little, oops, a little sentiment. No, that's all right. It's crooked. I'm not good with sentiments that are in clay. Okay, then I'm going to use Highland Heather, and I'm going to put from Sweet Conversations, I'm going to put Love You up here. And that's in Highland Heather ink, and then in Granny Apple Green ink, I'm going to put BFF down on that. All right. Okay, so that's it for that. Now we need our basic white, and we're going to do our monkeys with Tuxedo Black ink. Great. All right. Give that 2 seconds to dry, and we're going to put this in the inside of the front cover. Okay. Let that dry again. And now I'm just going to color my monkeys in. And we're using light and dark Crumb Cake, light and dark Granny Apple Green, and Pool Party. Alright, so first let's do the monkeys, and I'm going to use light Crumb Cake for the face. Let me use this. Okay, and then I'm going to use dark Crumb Cake for the rest of the monkey. All right, and then a little bit of light on the inside of the ears. Okay. All right, now I'm going to use the dark Granny Apple Green for the vine. then light grit. Oops, I just did the wrong way. I have to go over that. This is a little dark. And then light for the leaves. And that's it for coloring. We could put, maybe let's put a little bit of, yeah, just a little bit of petal pink for cheeks. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to use the smooth circle die from Layering Circle Dies. I'm going to get all of the monkey in. I'm going to cut off a little bit of the line, which is okay. And I'm just going to cut this out. I'll be right back. Alright. Yeah, we only cut a little tiny bit of the vine off on the edges. And there we go, and then we don't have to fussy cut that, which is the best. Alrighty. Now, we're going to get our Granny Apple Green scallop circle. Let me just tell you this one. Yeah, it's about 2 3/8 this circle, the smooth circle, but you'll see it when you cut around, when you're lining up your die, what's a good one so that you don't cut off too much of the monkey. Alright, so I'm going to use some liquid glue, and I'm just going to attach this to the Granny Apple Green circle. Alrighty. Now, let's get our Highland Heather Grosgrain ribbon, and I'm just going to put it right along the inside, and we want to shoot for a bow over here on the left. Okay, I'm just going to trim this a little bit. Okay. Now I'm forgetting about our Velcro dots. These I got from Amazon. They were $4 and you get a couple sheets of each side. So I'm going to put the clear one up here. Like that. And then the other one, I don't know why I don't have the same amount. With the adhesive facing me on the top. And then just make sure that your box is even when you put down the Velcro, and then just gently pull it up, and then you can reinforce them. Okay, so then we'll close this. I'm going to get some dimensionals. And then just decide where you want it on the box. I think I'm going to make it a little like that. Okay. So then we can put our marshmallow heart inside. Just like that. And now we have our two little hearts. I'm just going to put a dab of glue where I want them. I almost put it on the leg before, so just be careful of that. There, and one over here. And you can pick these up a little more easily with this. I'm going to put one over here and one right down here. Okay, now I don't have Highland Heather dots, but I have Fresh Freesia from the 2021 to 23 in color jewels. I'm going to put one there, and one there. Alrighty, and then for the final touch, I'm going to take my, ooh, I did do something I forgot. On this one, I outlined the monkeys with Pool Party just to give them like a little bit of a shadow, but I think it looks fine without it, so we don't need that. If you want to, you can. But for the final touch, I'm going to take some Wink of Stella and I'm going to make the heart shiny. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, just remember, if you'd like to join my team, during Celebration, which is to the end of February, you get $125 worth of product for $99 plus 2 free stamp sets. That's the Celebration set special. I would love to have you on my team. And if you have any questions, let me know. Please subscribe and hit the like button. My blog link is below, which has all the measurements, my contact information, and the link to join my team is below also. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.